All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending this Friday's webinar on attract more clients through wow moments in your practice. So today, of course, we have our buddy here, Brandon Hegg, who is a dynamic coach and consultant with Dynamic Directions. And he's he's going to take over for this. And of course, this is being recorded. It'll be on our YouTube page in a day or two, and we'll make sure everyone gets a copy of it as well. All right, take it away, Brandon.
All right, rock and roll. So thanks everyone for joining us on a Friday. I know this is actually probably the time most people are out of the office. So if you're giving us a little bit of your time, thank you. It's that one point of the year where like summer sports have just kind of ended, fall sports haven't started, so vacations are booked these last 2 weeks. So thank you for spending some of your time with us. And if you're catching on the replay because you were enjoying yourself on vacation, I hope it was great. So as Bernard said, we're going to talk about wow moment. This is key and one of the easiest things that you can do to drive revenue within your business. So again, real quick, who am I? Look, I'm a coach. I work with a ton of advisors across the country, agents, real estate. I mean, if you're in a business that includes sales, we can help. The only reason that we exist is to help people build a better practice, live a better life. There's a bunch of stuff listed there. I'm going to put a bunch of stuff here. Look, we work with, again, advisors, agents across the country. And what we do is we take the best practices of these folks that have grown to huge, I mean, multi-location, billions under management practices. What they did through working with us, we bring the best to you. So you don't have to wonder, do I do this? Do I do that? Will this work? Will that? We'll tell you exactly what works. And creating wow moments is one of those things. So before we dive in, I want you to think about this. What was an incredible experience that you had that you would want to duplicate for your clients? Whether it was at a hotel, a resort, a car dealership, a retail store, some experience that somebody went above and beyond for you and you just thought, wow, that's what we want to replicate. It happens all the time. We don't always notice it, but we remember those things when we think about wow moments. You know, for me, recently, I have a home and auto insurance agent, and it's a little thing, but I bought a new vehicle, so I called them to say, hey, I have to update my insurance. I've got a new vehicle that's coming on. And what they did is they helped me, get things done. They serviced my need. They got that updated, but then they sent me a little congratulations card on the new purchase with 5 free car washes from, the local gas station by where I live. I mean, a simple thing. It probably cost them $20, but for me, that's like, wow. They looked at from where I live, where's a car wash that's close? And hey, here it is. Take care of that new vehicle on us. I mean, simple thing, but I'm thinking in my head, holy cow, I didn't expect it. And it came in, and it's something really easy that they did that really kind of shifted my thought of, all right, they're more than just my insurance person. So think about some of those as we go through this, because I'm going to give you a complete overview of what are wow moments, what's an experience timeline, and some great best practices. Before we get into that, we always talk about this stuff, our alignment triangle, beliefs, behaviors, and results. If you've got self-limiting beliefs that you're working through, that is going to affect and impact your behaviors, which is going to affect your results. One of the things that we need to move on from is the belief that if we're like everyone else, we're going to be good enough. Look, you'll see it later on in this presentation, but the same isn't different. If you want different results than the person next to you or in the person in the office down the way from you, you have to be different. So think through as you notice some self-limiting beliefs, because there's really easy stuff that you can implement here. And again, we always come around. We want our value to outweigh our price. So what is client experience? 3 big parts: service, experience, and the timeline. Those things make up your overall client experience. Look, client service is expected. I call, you're able to help me with it. That's the expectation. I walk into a fast food joint, I order a hamburger, it comes out, that's the expectation. So how do you make it above and beyond to really create that differentiator? That's the thing you need to think about. If it's my clients ask me a question and I can always get them the answer, All right, that's what they expect. That's why they work with you. But what are you doing to go above and beyond? So there's a few key elements. One is client contact. Time and time and time again, when there are surveys around clients with financial professionals, the one thing that comes up that says, if I could change one thing, what would it be? I wish I heard from them more. Whether it's an advisor, an agent, I wish I had more contact. If you think you're doing enough, you should take a look and could you do more? For top practices, their top clients are getting touched 12 times a year. Now, these aren't meaningful, come into the office and have an hour-long meeting. These are, hey, just want to check in. How are things going? The lead agent, the lead advisor doesn't even have to do that. It could be someone on staff, but checking in to connect with those clients is what we hear of more often than not as the key. So more than you think you should. Think about the value that someone expects and how you can go above and beyond that. This comes from the outside in when you're looking at your practice. There are things that people don't think about. Like if I pulled into your office, is it easy to find? Is the signage simple? Am I walk through the parking lot? Am I seeing, old cups? Am I seeing, a lot of garbage? When I go into your building, is it easy to find your office? Or am I kind of looking around and wondering where to go if I haven't been there before? What does the signage look like? Are things dirty? Really simply, some of those things can really affect the client experience. Look, if you want to think about yourself as, a Hershey bar versus a Godiva chocolate bar, which obviously Godiva costs a whole heck of a lot more because that experience is different. Look, I could sit down and you could blind taste test chocolates for me. I wouldn't be able to really tell the difference. I don't have the palate for it. But if you put their packaging in front of me and you said, which is more expensive, that one, because it looks better. May not even be better, but it looks like it. And people are looking for that kind of experience. What's the value that's expected and how can you go above and beyond? And then the last one is still resolving issues quickly. How fast can you turn around when a client has a question, when a client has something that isn't going right? How fast can you fix it? That's going to turn this wow experience. So think about how you can create wow moment. So what is a wow moment? It's simply that when somebody sees something or they get an experience or they have something happen that they think in their head, wow. Now, that could be a surprise thank you gift. That could be, they walk into your office and it's incredibly clean and they step in and the person greeting them says, hey, Brandon, welcome. How's Nola doing? How are things going? Hey, got a Diet Coke for you. Take a seat and Bernard will be with you in just a couple minutes. I'm going to think, wow, like they knew I'm a Diet Coke drinker, Diet Pepsi. We don't have to go to that, but that's something I would ask for if I was in an office. And to be honest, I probably wouldn't even ask for it. If they said, hey, can I get you something to drink? I would say, no, I'm fine. But by them saying, hey, I know you like this, here it is. The second I walk into that, that's a wow moment. And that's as simple as it is. If you've got clients that come into the office and like, hey, this person really likes this soda, this juice, this is how they take their coffee, this is the stuff the kind of tea that they like, and you've got that ready to go when they walk in, you can hand it to them without having to say, can I get you anything? That's a simple wow moment. What's going on in the office when the client, you have a TV running, what it's on there, how are you, decorating and really providing that white glove level experience? If you've got someone that's coming into the office for the first time, is someone meeting them at the door to say, yeah, right this way, come on in, we've been expecting you, we're really excited that you're here. That's a wow thing, and you can do that in 3 minutes. Go downstairs, go outside, go down the elevator, whatever it is, but someone meets you at the door. Wow, okay, that's awesome. You could even go a little bit further, right? I know an advisor that when they have new clients, they make a joke where they have someone go out with like one of those airplane, little like boards where if you ever get off the plane, you go down, you see all the really important people, they've got drivers waiting with their name on a little piece of paper or a little whiteboard. If you have someone coming into the office that you want to make them feel special, a couple minutes before they're supposed to arrive, 5 minutes or so, have someone go out there and just hold that. They get in, you can make a joke, and it sounds really cool to say, hey, sometimes I know our office isn't the easiest to find. Let me lead you on up there. We're really excited you're here. That is a completely different experience, and it costs no money. It just takes time and somebody that's got a friendly greeting and a friendly face. Think about those wow moments and what you can do. Eliminate O moment. So I think we all know what an O moment is. That's when you go someplace and let's say you go to a restaurant. This happened to me a week ago. Yeah, last week week Friday, my wife and I with some friends went out to a nice dinner, nice restaurant for one of our friends' birthday. And I on the menu had seen something that I was like, oh, this is going to be awesome. I'm super excited for this. I've been thinking about it all day because I'm one of those people that'll check the menu ahead of time. And I get there and I'm ready to go. We order and I say, hey, I'll have, I honestly can't even remember what it was now. Let's say it was a steak. I order this and immediately she's got to go, oh, I'm sorry, we're out of that. Oh, that's a no moment. Or if you go to a hotel, you walk in and all of a sudden, the pool's closed. Or you go to some amusement park and, oh, sorry, this ride's closed for maintenance. Oh, that's the difference. There's a wow moment and an oh moment. Eliminate the oh moments in your practice. Oh, what you want to do is you want to be able to turn those moments into wow. And there's ways you can do it, right? If someone has an oh moment, be proactive to say, hey, how can I fix this? What can I do? And start getting to work on that. You can turn those into great moments. For example, we had, one of myself and a coach that I work with, John, him and his wife are at the Ritz-Carlton, right? The Ritz-Carlton is known for amazing client service. Ritz-Carlton, Delta, Chick-fil-A, all have these great client experience advocates that are out there. Now, they're all from Atlanta. Maybe that says something. They've got it figured out down there, but they all do things that turn oh moments into wow. So an example that John will say and will use is he was at the Ritz-Carlton and him and his wife were going to go out to a nice restaurant and the car that was supposed to take them there didn't show up. Oh, but what happened is the person at the front desk said, hang on, let me call someone to be my backup. They got someone else at the front desk and that person said, I'll get you my car and I'll drive you there and I'll make sure the car's there to pick you up. They walked out, they drove John and his wife to the restaurant themselves in their vehicle and then made sure that the car was there to pick them up and that everything else went fine. That kind of service going above and beyond, it's not his job to go and drive, patrons at the hotel places, but that's the kind of commitment to oh into wow moment. They have a saying there that says you have to have your antenna up and radar on. Everyone in your practice should have their antenna up and radar on looking for opportunities for wow moment. Again, I got a new vehicle, 5 new car wash coupons come up. That person, their antenna was up, radar on. Maybe you hear someone celebrating an anniversary, child's graduation, a birthday, all of those things. Everyone in your team should be participating in that. So when they hear something, they can go bring it and celebrate it, right? Maybe, on LinkedIn, you see one of your clients has a 20th anniversary at their job. Boom. That's something that you can wow. And what I can tell you is the best experience is unexpected. When people don't expect that you're doing something, that's when you get the wow experience. So here are some elements to a great client experience. Make people feel special. Look, when with some of the clients that I work with, when I'm sending a gift or I'm going to send something out for the holidays, I make sure that it's something that kind of says something about them. It doesn't have to be a big thing, but hey, if I know this person likes a specific football team or a specific sport team, or they like a specific author, I'll send them something that connects the dots there. My overall cost can be the same. It's just a little bit more personal. Our financial advisor, we get the same thing for the holidays every year. We get the Henry and David box of oranges. I don't eat oranges. My wife does. So I'm like, all right, cool. Those are all yours, but it does nothing for me because I don't eat them. I've never been asked. I've never been, kind of discussed around, hey, is this something that you even enjoy? So I tell them, nah, maybe do pears. I dig pears and I know they send those because I've gotten those before, but it doesn't doesn't feel special. It's like, oh yeah, I'm sure they sent this to everyone. Try to find little things that you can do that make people feel special. You want people to feel like they're your only client. This is how important you are to me. You're my only client. I'm not doing this for everyone. You don't want it to feel like you just CC'd them on a giant email that went out. It takes a little bit extra to make people feel special. Think about ways you can do that. You want to praise them that they're one of your favorite clients. Look, we've talked about it in the past around how to successfully ask for referrals, which, just a plug, in 2 weeks, we're going over that one again, which will be kind of the last session we currently have scheduled. But one of the key points about getting people to refer, engage, and want to work with you is praise. People love to be praised. And if you've got a client you enjoy working with, tell them why. Look, I love working with you because you take advice. I love working working with you because you're early. I love working with you because you always have a bright smile and energy. And, it makes my day better when I work with you. Tell them those things. That kind of stuff shouldn't be kept a secret because people love it. And there's nothing wrong with praising. Trust me, I've never heard anyone come out of an advisor and agent's meeting and said, geez, that person likes me too much. I don't want to come back. That never happens. It's always, wow, like I feel so cool. It's like so unique, so special because they appreciate me. Appreciation is huge. And again, hey, Bernard, I like working with you because you always have good stories, and look at the smile on your face right now. It's a joy to work with you. There's nothing wrong with telling people it costs me nothing. 10 seconds. And there it was. The other thing you want to do. So in order to get started, that's what I hear all the time is, gosh, okay, what do I start with? If I want to create this wow experience, what do I do? Your first thing you want to do is create a timeline, because as you work through this, you're only one person. You need help to execute on that. And one of the things that I know is as you want to implement a client experience timeline, you want to implement some new ideas around client experience, leverage your team for support. And in many cases, you may have people on your team that are better at this than you are. Christy on my team. Christy is a gift guru. If I need something, I'm going to send her a note and I'm going to say, Christy, I am out of ideas. This is, Bernard's info. Here's what he likes. Can you put something together? I think, I don't know how long it was, a couple months ago, Bernard, we sent you maybe some bourbon glasses. Because I said, look, I know Bernard likes bourbon. Can you put something together? She takes care of all that because she's better at it than me. As you think about the client experience, don't think about how you're going to be able to do it. Think about who can help you do it. So here's a sample of what a client experience timeline can look like. Now, we follow the Ritz model where we go, we spend time, we study what the Ritz Carlton does around client experience. So you'll see that our Ritz Marriott Fairfield is our client levels. Yours may be platinum, gold, silver, A, B, C, whatever it is, but we make things different for each level of clients. We have quarterly themes. Here's what their experience looks like. Then there's articles that can go out. How do you do more touches throughout the year for your top people? If you've got a plan like this, we know that this is what we're sending out. We set this at the beginning of the year. Here's what we're talking about. And a couple times we'll plug in handwritten note. Hey, just something real simple that says, hope you're doing well, having a great summer, hope you had a great spring, whatever it is. Just something simple like that is an easy thing to send out. We'll send out a meaningful book, a branded clothing item to some of our top level clients. That's a sample of something you could put together in December when it's usually quieter anyways, to say to your team, hey, here's where I think we're going to go. And now when you roll through month over month, what do we do this month? Doesn't matter. We already got it. It's already plugged in. Remove friction, hand off these things. So if you've got clients where you want to meet with your top clients a couple times a year, great. This is what we're going to do. I need my team to schedule with our Ritz clients 2 face-to-face meetings a year, 4 phone meetings a year, and then we're going to do 6 touches from the team throughout that time. Can you guys get these set up? There's no question on what do I need each level of client to do? How do I interact with them? So my team knows this is what we need to get done, and here's how we need to approach it. There's no question of, oh boy, I don't know this Mr. Smith, he's Fairfield, we need to get him on the calendar. Should I bring him into the office? No, do a phone session. That's what we do. That's a clear marching order. Also, figure out what your gifts are going to be. There's a list here: celebration event, new client, branded shopping bag. Look, have a list of these are the things that we feel fall into this category, and then appoint someone to do it. So then as the advisor, the agent, the lead, you don't have to worry about thinking through, okay, we had a new client that converted, or a new prospect converted to a client on a referral. What am I going to get? Go to the list. You can say, hey, Nancy, my, support, this person became a client. Go ahead and send something out to, John Smith for thanking him for the referral. I'll give you a really good next level tip on thanking referrals. So this is separate. But if you get a client that gives you a referral, if you've got a list of gifts like this, right? So new clients or client referral converts to a client. On this, it says gift card. Could be a gift card. You could have, if you had a list of different gifts and thank yous that you would send to a client who sent you a referral that became a client, here's where you can go next level. When you're meeting with that prospect that your referral sent you, during that meeting, pull out the list of things that you give as a gift and say, hey, Bernard, I am really happy that Jason connected us. What I'd like to do is I'd like to just send him a thank you, and I want to make it from the both of us. This is what we normally give for thank yous. What do you think Jason would like best? Now, Bernard's going to pick what Jason's going to like. So now, one, Bernard feels more engaged. Two, Bernard knows that I give stuff to people who send me referrals without having me saying it. And then three, we're in this together. We've already formed a bond because we're sending something to a friend of his together. He's going to hear back from that friend, hey man, this was awesome. Thanks. I appreciate that. It puts him as the one that's the star and you're just facilitating it. And if you want to go a step further, send that gift to Jason's office. If someone walks through and there's somebody carrying a bottle of wine, maybe there's a little balloon on it or something, and that walks through the office and gets dropped off at Jason's desk, guess what? People are going to say, what's that? Where'd you get that? I wanted that. My advisor sends this to me for sending people over. Well, mine doesn't. You just created a lot of oh moments while your client got a wow. Little tip, you send that out, people are going to have these oh moments. They're going to say, well, do I need to talk to your guy? Your gal? Little tip. So ask yourself, when we look back at putting together the client experience, when you think about the outside in, what does this experience look like for your clients? What is the gifting? How do you set this up? How do you hand teams off? What do you want to enhance first? Look, there's a lot of stuff out there. The key is getting started and taking a look at it. Maybe it's going ahead and putting together a client experience timeline. If you want that sample, shoot Bernard a note. Shoot me a note. We'll send it over. It doesn't cost anything. We've got it. You can have it. No big deal. You want that list, the gift list, shoot Bernard a note. We'll send it over. No problem. I've also got a workbook that comes with anybody that's attended, anybody that wants it. Shoot Bernard a note, shoot me a note. It's free as well. That helps you think through, how do you create this client experience that is wow, that is different? Because that's the key. The other thing is, don't go stale. Update this annually. Look, if you've got, again, my advisor, I know when I get that box, it's going to be a bunch of oranges. It doesn't change. It's the same thing. Now, if it changed every year, I would be like, wow, this is new. Last year was that. This year it's this. Change things up. Don't get into the stale habit because, again, all right, I'm just on this list that they sent to Henry and David. I think that's the name of it. And they just push it all out. All right. It doesn't feel special, but if you continuously change it, it shows that you're not getting stale, you're not sitting on it, you're making the experience different, unique, and new as it goes. So we have hit the 30-minute mark, which is usually my call for it's time to turn it over to some Q&A. So what I'll say to close out is take the first step. Doing something isn't nothing. That's the key. You want to get started. This can look overwhelming. Find a way to get started. Maybe the way for you is get the client experience timeline and figure out who in your office can be your gift guru. Who's your client experience expert? Find that person and help them. I bet there's somebody on your team that has amazing ideas, that loves doing this, that has an ability to connect with clients and this empathetic, extraordinary ability to put themselves in other shoes to figure out what they want. Maybe that's you, but find the right person who can help you, not how are you going to get this done, and plug them in and get started. Look, if you're looking for results that you haven't had before, you got to start doing stuff that you haven't done. Being the same isn't a differentiator. Let me know, let Bernard know what we can do to help. We are 100% here to support you. IAG wholesalers have got a ton of these resources. They're there to back you up. But client experience is one of the biggest things that you can do to make yourself stand out. If you have the type of clients, if you've got top clients, target clients that you've thought of, what experience are you giving them that will attract others to your business? When you start attracting people, you don't have to go out and find anymore. They just start coming to you because you're delivering an experience that's unlike any other. Look, Disneyland or Disney World, I see commercials for it, but do they have to advertise? Absolutely not, because the experience that they deliver is something that people talk about, they'll tell others about, and it attracts the kind of people that they want. Next, in 2 weeks, August 12th, we're circling back around for, at this point, the last session on Power Up Your Practice that we've got scheduled. So I might hit Bernard to see if we want to keep doing this. If this is valuable, let him know, because we can keep these things going on every other Friday. But we're going to talk about referrals. How do you ask for them in a way that works? And then how do you take that introduction or that name and turn it into an introduction from a client in a way that you can convert from prospect to client? Look, getting a name is great, but if you don't have a good process to follow up to set the stage for how you get introduced to them, you might as well have pulled the name out of a phone book. So if you're not getting referrals, if you don't know a good way to ask, if you're feeling fear, apprehension, I'll show you exactly how to position that, exactly how to have that conversation in a way that is completely taking the awkwardness out of it. And then I'll tell you how to take that name, set the stage so you can bring it in for a client. But that's in 2 weeks. So for me, I'm saying thank you. Remember, focus on results, not obstacles. I'm turning it back over to my friend Bernard and anyone that might have any questions at all.
Thank you, Brandon, my friend. Folks, are there any questions for Brandon? Like I say, pick his brain. He is a master at what he does.
It's all fun. It's all fun.
All right, so seeing no questions from the audience, again, August 12th, I'm going to circle back. Let's see, we got something here.
All right.
All right. Well, Heidi, thank you.
Oh, thanks, Heidi. Hit up Bernard for those free tools. They really do help.
Yes. So everyone on this call will get a copy of this presentation soon as it's cleaned up and uploaded to our YouTube page. And again, go back to our YouTube page and look at all of the other ones that Brandon has done for us. And I think what I'm going to do at the end, August 12th, I'm going to, however I can do it, send everyone a copy of all those presentations and links for all those presentations. So actually, this is pretty good because AEP is coming up, and I mean, this will listen to all of those in our YouTube library of what Brandon has been presenting, and I'm pretty sure that will actually help you with your AEP this year. Yep. So we will make that work for you. Everybody have a great Friday, a good weekend, and we will see you again on August the 12th. All right. Take care.
Thanks a lot, everyone.
All right. Oh, let's see what we got. Oh, Maureen, thank you. All right, everybody, take care.